The 4 attachment styles I'm going to explain here. Which one are you and why it matters? You have probably heard someone say, I'm avoidantly attached, or he's got anxious attachment issues. But here is what most people get wrong. Understanding your attachment style isn't therapy, it's a superpower. In the next few minutes, you are going to learn why you date the people you do, why you sabotage relationships that are good for you, and why some people seem to effortlessly maintain healthy relationships while others, well, they struggle. Let me show you the 4 attachment styles, and I guarantee you will recognize yourself in one of them. Attachment theory comes from decades of psychological research. It's not a personality type. It's a survival blueprint your brain created when you were 3 years old. And once you see it, you can change it. Attachment style 1. Number 1 is secure attachment. Let us start with the gold standard, secure attachment. If you are securely attached, relationships feel easy. Not perfect, but easy. You can be vulnerable without fear. You can trust without obsessing. You can be alone without panicking. Securely attached people make up about 50 to 56% of the population. They are not special. They just had caregivers growing up who were consistently available. Not perfect, just present. A real world example. Here is what secure attachment looks like in real life. Your partner doesn't text back for 3 hours. You don't immediately think they are cheating or losing interest. You think they are probably busy. They will text back. So you want to spend time alone? No guilt. You say, I need some space, and they say, okay, see you tomorrow. No drama. That is secure attachment. The advantage? Securely attached people have longer relationships, less anxiety, better communication, and they recover from conflict faster. Not because they are luckier, because their nervous system isn't hyper vigilant. Now, attachment style number 2. That is anxious attachment. Very important. You have to be cautious on that. Now, this anxious attachment, and if you have this style, this section is going to sting a little bit, so prepare yourself. Anxiously attached people, about 20% of the population, have nervous systems that are constantly asking one question. Am I safe? Are you going to leave me? This usually comes from childhood, where a caregiver was inconsistently available, sometimes present, sometimes absent. Your brain learned, I can't rely on consistency, so I need to be hyper vigilant. I need to monitor for abandonment constantly. Here the behavior pattern. The behavior pattern is, what does anxious attachment look like? You need constant reassurance. You text frequently. You analyze every word of their messages. You check their social media. You feel rejected if they want time alone. You interpret distance as rejection. You don't have fear of commitment. You have fear of abandonment. And those are different things. Both are different. Now, a real world scenario I will give to you. Just check it. Your partner says, I need some alone time this weekend. Your brain hears, I don't love you anymore. But that is not what they said. Your nervous system is just translating distance as danger. Now, see the solution. What you can do. Here is a thing about anxious attachment. It is not a personality flaw. It's a trauma response. And trauma responses can be healed. But first, you need to recognize it. Notice when you are seeking reassurance from someone else, instead of giving it to yourself. That is the moment to pause. Now, The attachment style number 3, that is avoidant of attachment. The avoidant attachments, that is also very important for you, because avoidantly attached people, about 25% of the population, learned the opposite lesson in childhood. Their caregiver was emotionally unavailable, not abusive, just absent. So their brain learned, I can't depend on other people. I have to be independent. Vulnerability is weakness. Now, as an adult, they don't need anyone, or they think they don't, which creates a different problem than anxious attachment, but equally difficult. The behavior pattern is like this. Avoidant people struggle with emotional intimacy. They pull away when things get close. They can give you practical support. I will help you move. I will fix your car. But emotional support, that terrifies them. They often say things like, I don't need anyone, or I am independent, which sounds strong, but it is actually a defense mechanism. A real world scenario, I will tell you. You are in a relationship and things are getting deeper. They are becoming vulnerable. So what happens? Avoidantly attached person suddenly needs space. They pick a fight. They create a distance. And the painful part, they do love you. They are just terrified of the vulnerability that love requires. Now the painful paradox. Avoidant people often end up with anxious people, and the dynamic is deadly. Anxious person say, I need more closeness. Avoidant person say, I need more space. Anxious person pulls closer, avoidant person pulls further away. And the relationship slowly dies. Next, attachment style number 4. Fearful avoidant attachment. Listen, once again. Fearful avoidant attachment. This 4th style is the most painful. Fearful avoidant, also called disorganized attachment. About 5% of people have this style. Fearful avoidant people got the worst of both worlds in childhood. They had a caregiver who was unpredictable and unsafe. Sometimes present, sometimes absent, sometimes frightening. So their nervous system learned, I need people, but people hurt me. I want closeness, but closeness is dangerous. The internal contradiction is like this. It creates an impossible internal conflict. Part of them desperately wants a deep connection. Part of them absolutely terrified of it. So they oscillate. They push away, then they pull close, then push away again. The real world impact. I will show you a real world impact. In relationships, this looks like, I love you, but I can't do this. But please don't leave me, but I need to leave you. It is exhausting for them and for their partner. Both of them, it seems very much exhausting. Bringing it all together, what I have told so far, I will give you a brief of what I have already covered. This is a crucial insight. Here is what I want you to understand. Your attachment style is in your destiny. It is your default, and defaults can be changed. If you are anxiously attached, that hypervigilance once protected you. It was smart. Now it is just causing pain. You can learn to self-soothe. You can learn that distance doesn't mean abandonment. If you are avoidantly attached, that independence once saved you. You learned to rely only on yourself. Now it is isolating you. You can learn to be vulnerable. You can learn that closeness doesn't mean losing yourself. If you are fearful avoidant, that contradiction once kept you safe by keeping you guarded. Now it is keeping you alone. You can integrate these two parts. You can want closeness and have boundaries. In the comments below, tell me what's your attachment style and what one relationship pattern keeps repeating in your life. Because here is the truth. Once you see the pattern, you can break it. I can help you for that also because I am a psychologist. And the people who break their attachment patterns, they are the ones who end up in genuinely healthy, lasting relationships. Your attachment style doesn't define you, but understanding it might save your next relationship. Your life will be changed. Thank you.